almost cut off my ads early and ruined my test almost due to this email I received in regards to my ad account. So let me show you. It says right here in this email that was sent to my business email that Meta, Facebook Business, is my ad was in violation. And I'm looking and I'm like, wait, hold on. What you mean my ads is in violation? Because it passed the review and it's running, it's active. So I was almost about to cut it off. So I immediately jumped into my ads manager app and I noticed that the campaign was still active. Then something told me to check and look a little bit closer because it said if I don't fix the issue that my account would be permanently shut down in 24 hours. So then I'm like, well, hold on. So I went back. I haven't received any like notification inside of my Facebook account or anything like that. Because normally if your ads won't run, it'll tell you your ads been denied. You'll get a notification. And I'm looking and I'm like, I haven't received a notification. So me being who I am, something told me to look very, very closely at this email before I cut my ads off, because it wasn't my first instinct to just go ahead and press cut off, to cut it off to avoid any future type of violation or penalty or my ad account getting shut down. Now, guys, I've never experienced this before. I've never had this happen before. Have I had ads say it didn't meet the policy and they didn't turn them on, they turned them off? Yes, that has happened, but I've never received an email like basically threatening to shut down my ad account. So I had to take a closer look at this email, and guess what I noticed? It was sent from my outlook.com. If Facebook is going to send you an email in regards to your account, it's not going to come from an outlook.com email. So if you guys ever experience anything like this, do not be so quick to cut off your ads. I was lucky enough not to have done that and to look at it a little further before I jumped to my first mind was to turn it off. Like that was my first thought, was to turn off the ad. And if you watched my last video, you would see that I said I was going to implement an ad strategy. I was going to watch it for 72 hours. I'm going to give you the results in this video as well to the previous video. And then I am going to release my next video is going to be on how to do a lead ad in Facebook. But for this video right here, I want to tell you, do not be so quick to shut your ads off. If you see something come from a Gmail, a Yahoo, a Outlook, if it's coming from Facebook, it is going to be on the Facebook domain, okay, or Meta domain. It's going to have that domain. It is, and then you're going to probably also get a notification or a warning inside of your actual Facebook account or your ads account. It's going to be there. And you know, it almost got me, and I've been running Facebook ads for a long time, since like 2012, 2013. So I'm looking like this has never happened in all of these years, almost 10 years of me running Facebook ads. And I'm like, this is weird. And luckily I didn't jump to my first conclusion, because it never happened again. It was that fear almost like, oh my God, I don't want my ad account getting shut down, because you hear about so many people's ad accounts getting shut down. That would be your first instinct, is to cut it off to protect your ad account. Okay. So don't be so quick to jump. Make sure you know where the email is coming from. And in this case, the email was coming from outlook.com. I didn't respond to it. I reported it as spam, as you can see. That's why it's in the spam folder now, because I reported it as spam, because that is not a true message coming directly from Facebook. That was coming from some type of spammer person. Okay. So luckily I didn't do that. However, I did cut the ads off in 48 hours. So I kind of want to go over some results with you and some things that I looked at and I determined in regards to the ad that I did run. Okay, guys, as you can see, we're in my Facebook ads manager right now. And the ad that I ran recently, of course, I wanted it to be a 72-hour test, but it was more of a 48-hour. I kind of like to go back and look, but I know I did not want to spend more than $10 a lead. I know that, right? So I knew, and I know I can get leads for at least $10, right? Anything more than 10 to me for my type of field is too much to pay, right? So I have to find out what works. I'm not going to be changing out the target audience. I'm not going to change out the interest stack. I will, however, change the offer. Okay, so I have a new offer in mind that I'm currently working on that I will be launching in its place. But I turned it off because, as you can see, I got one lead. I've been following up with that lead, and that lead hasn't really been responding. So I don't like the quality, right? But I'm gonna keep following up, guys, because I still have a follow-up sequence in place, so it's still following up. But as you can see, I spent $21.30 total on this test, right? At $10 a day. When I looked at it, when I saw that the click-through rate, if I was to change this and put it on my RH stats so I don't have to go, the click-through rate was low for me, right? I like to see above a 2%. I like to see between a 2 and 5% click-through rate. Now, I do know, and it said unique clicks 3. I do know it's a video ad on this. And I'm like, okay, so it's a video ad on it. The click-through rate is low. I didn't like it, but look at how many impressions it has. So it has me thinking about stacking a little more of the interest, because this interest that I'm using is between 500 and 600,000. It's not in the millions, right? It's not at least even 1 million. And I'm used to running ads on over 1 million, right? But I was following another strategy where I wanted to condense and make it like between the 500 and 700,000 range, the 500 to 700,000 range, to see what will happen on an interest stack. So I did that, and I really don't like the results. Again, I only had within 48 hours like 355 impressions, and only reached like 320 people, and the click-through rate is not. So the offer is what I'm more concerned about, right? So I'm gonna run it to the same exact people again. Okay, I'm probably going to stack a little more of the interest, but I'm thinking about just probably leaving the interest alone and leaving it exactly where it is right now to see about this click-through rate, because I'm switching up the offer. I have a plan for that offer. Again, I got a plan for that, and I'm going to launch it and see what happens. But I will tell you, when I got this first Facebook lead, I got it around the $7.60 mark. So about when I hit $7 in the ad spend, about almost $8 in the ad spend, a lead came through. So I'm like, okay, cool. That one was under 10 bucks. Like, okay, so I got a lead for $8, right? So I said, let me keep it running. Okay, this is why you want to look at it like every 72 hours and stuff, but you got to know how much you're willing to spend too. So it's like, that's why my daily budget is $10, because I knew that's what I wanted. Okay, so I'm like, okay, cool. It came in at $8. Now I'm gonna let another $8 roll. Okay, even though we got a little more, because we got up to $10 the next day, right? So I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. So the next day come, I didn't get a lead. Now we didn't got up to $21.30, and I haven't had another lead since this first lead. And then I see the click-through rate is low with 3 unique clicks. I'm like, okay. And then I'm seeing, the reach and the impressions. So that was telling me, okay, D, we gotta work on this offer. Because me personally, I will tell you this. I've been running Facebook ads for a long time in various niches, doing various things, and every niche is different. I will tell you that you're not going to get the same results like running ads for retail as you would for something else, right? They're not identical. Okay, so that's why you have to test, and this is why you have to have some type of budget in mind on how much you're willing to spend when you're testing things out. So in this case, I'm testing out something new. I'm testing out a service. Like I told you guys, I'm testing out a service. I've never done it before. Offer this service to the public. So I'm kind of like, okay, let me see what I can do. So now I don't think it's the service, it's the offer, it's the way it's being presented. And it could be that the audience, the target audience could be small, right? It could be small, too small for what I'm trying to do. Maybe, I don't know, but I always go to the offer first. If it's not working, I go to the offer first. I don't really switch the targeting. Not at first, right? I need to see, maybe it might be the offer itself, because everything starts with the offer. you know, sometimes you got to find the right offer that is going to attract that market. The market might not be wrong. You just got the wrong offer, or it's not resonating with the market. So I'm gonna take accountability on that, and I'm gonna switch up my offer, which like I said, I already came up with something, but that's what I'm gonna do moving forward. And I will share the results of that with you as well, if that worked or what I ended up doing. But the next video, guys, in the next video, I am going to be sharing with you how to actually do and connect a lead ad using Go High Level. And I know inside of certain softwares, especially UpX, I think that's what it's called, UpX, you can actually do your Facebook ads within there. It kind of like connects and integrates with High Level. But I'm not sure, because I've seen a lot of people ad accounts get shut down who use UpX. And it got me wondering if Facebook is identifying the IP by it being like an automated type thing. Guys, I prefer going straight to Facebook Ad Manager to do my ads. It's not difficult. Okay, it's not difficult. You can learn. So I typically go directly into the Meta Ads. Well, I don't know if it's still called Facebook, but anyway, Facebook Ads Manager or Meta Ads Manager or whatever it's called now. I go right in here and do my ads. I don't necessarily use a third party or try to route my ads through something else, because I do not want my ad account being shut down, because I know I'm an up and up business owner, and I don't have a problem with learning and actually going directly into the platform to do what I need to do. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Kind of want to recap. Beware of people trying to make you turn off your ads early, giving you threats from Facebook, and also keep track of your ads, especially when you testing. You definitely want to make sure you look at them every 72 hours. In my case, by me being a little bit more experienced and I know what I can do, I was able to turn these off early in 48 hours, but I wouldn't suggest anything less. Let the whole cycle run for at least 72 hours, so you can kind of have a feel of what you're paying for the result, per the result that you want. And if it's not in the range in which you want it to be or you feel comfortable with, then you cut it off. Okay, now sometimes nothing could be wrong with your ad. It's just that maybe that population, you might have to spend in certain niches, you might have to spend, your leads might cost you anywhere between $20 and $30 or $40 or $50 a lead. Just depends on what you're selling on the back end. So like, I wouldn't have a problem with paying or spending $30 or $40 a lead if my product was $2,000, right? So you might have to, depending on what the back end product or service is that you're selling, if it's worth it, yeah, I would pay $50 to make $2,000, right? So it has to be worth it based on what you're selling. Okay, so in my case, again, like I said, I didn't want to spend more than $10 because I shouldn't have to, based on the type of service on the back end. Okay, so you got to think about those things too when you're making the type of decisions to cut off your ad, because it might be your leads, you might have to spend more. In this case, it was $21.30 for the lead. I don't want to spend that much for one lead, right? Now, if I would have had two, that'd have been different. I would have kept it running. If I would have had two leads by the time I hit that 21, even if I would have went over a little bit and hit that 21.30, if I would have saw another lead come through, I would have kept it running again, right? And then I could tell the quality is a little off too. So it's some things I got to work on, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. And I'm hoping you're doing the same and you're watching your leads as well, and your ads, and where your money's going, and really holding yourself accountable and being honest. So again, I hope it was helpful. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome if this is your first time. I know I'm saving all of this to the end, but I kind of wanted to get to the nitty gritty and to the point. And but I do welcome you, and I appreciate you if you're watching for the first time. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and into the next video. Bye.